I'm going to have a Hershey's Kiss. It takes so long to unwrap these. Miss Vaniller's like, yep. You know it, Tom. I mean, you know it. I had to get some writing in today. I did not write all morning. I did other stuff, though. I did work-related things. But the last couple of days, Saturday, I didn't write at all. I did have a good nap, though. Yesterday, I also had a really good nap, and I wrote, but I'm still now, my average is down. So I need like a couple thousand words today. So far, I probably have about 100. Nice, gotta get them in, right? My wife ordered some groceries for us for tonight. And I'm like, make sure you get me a pub sub. There's Mr. Frank. Almost next page, Mr. Frank. Almost next page. You're always so close. You're always just so, look how close you were. You're getting better at this. I bet you by this time next year, you'll have figured it out. Meantime, I'm going to eat another Hershey's Kiss. Once I get my coffee, then it's time to sit down and open whatever I'm working on and find out if today is going to be an everything I write is crap type of day or not. It's always exciting, right? It's like, what do we got ahead of us? Nobody knows. This afternoon, my goal is to do a couple of YouTube book review videos. I'm very excited. I looked at the updated BoucherCon attendees list, and Jordan Harper's going to be there, just added, which is very, very cool. So I'm very excited about that, and hopefully meeting him and hanging out, do some crazy stuff together, rob a convenience store. Who knows what we can do in New Orleans? Sky's the limit. Yeah, all right. Tom called it. Tom called shotgun. Jordan Harper would be like, not only is this weird that I don't know you and we're going to go rob a convenience store, but now this other guy's sitting in the front seat. I don't know him. I'm like, that's just Tom. He called shotgun. He might not rob anybody with us, but he'll be in on the caper. This is actually I finally do get to the next page, and now Frank doesn't call it. And I guess no Nick again. Because they sent him back to prison. Try to blow shit up again over the weekend. Wonder how many restraining orders are being filed against young Mike after Saturday. Yeah, I was telling Shelly. I said the problem with him is I said he's a salesman. He sells windows or some shit. I said, and there he is. There's Peter Marsh, and he was really annoying with the hard sell. With the very young Mike was very much not genuine when he talked to people, and most people, I'm sure, could be like, "What's this guy trying to sell?" But he's like, "Hey!" As people are walking by, it was me and Tom against the store, and then Mike was on the other side of the sidewalk, and there's a thin path between us. You know, people are just walking down the sidewalk, not necessarily coming for the book signing on Saturday, just walking around. It's a gorgeous day on Saturday. Walking their dogs and whatnot. Yoga pants. And as they got closer, Mike would jump out and be like, "Hey, local authors here. Check out our stuff. Crime thrillers, horror." People are like, "Okay." And then people are like, "All right, we're going to go inside." "Oh, you should start out here. Start out here. Check us out first." "What do you mean you don't want this book? It's double paneled, fully insulated." "Yeah. 10-year warranty." And then people go inside, and then as they come out, then he's hitting them again. He's bothering them again. And I was just like, stop. You know, even if you manage to sell a book, that person's not going to read your book. That person you bullied into buying your book. So he did the hard sell, you know. Whereas me and Tom just sat behind the table sweating. And then as people came and looked, we were like, "All right, good. Let them read the back of the book," and then sold a couple of books. And I felt good because the people who bought books, a couple people who bought books, will probably buy more books from me because I didn't attack them. So, not sure if I'm going to do any more book signings with him. He's doing a signing on Saturday, and he was never like that before. The ones that I've been to with him, a couple book signings I went to before, he was just like, "Hey, how's it going?" He was talking to people. This time he was just like, "Hey, I'm going to sell you something." You know, it was very insincere. Very. There's also that 8-year-old FBI agent who had to triple check that you were the same person as the photo. Yeah. So I have my business cards with my picture on it on the table. And there's like this little kid, and he looks at the card, he picks it up, and then he's just like holding it like with me in the background, like, is that the same person? Well, who else would it be? No, I have a random person business card on my table. Just funny. People are just insanely funny. Did you eat the rest of your sandwich that night, or did Jess eat the rest of your sandwich that night? What are you writing today? None of your damn business. Mind your own business. Oh. I'm still working on... well, actually, right now I'm writing Dying Days Patient Zero. The prequel to the Dying Days books. There's Nick Zinn, after I already got to another page. I have a lot of downtime today in my office. Nice. Too bad you can't just watch unlimited amount of porn. Awful state of Texas and Florida and other places. Block it all. I think about using the Mondo method today. Watching porn, that's probably a good idea. The Mondo method for watching porn is, yeah, it's just too much work. Close enough. Nick's here, though. Nick is here. The guy is here. I don't remember where I left off on this guy. Here we go. I'll jump back to now to this one. Just finish this page. All right. Knocked off the next page. Bitches. Sorry for calling you bitches. Fucking tired. Next page, Exan. Next page. I'm going to do like a couple thousand words today, and I don't think I'm going to hit it. Hit it. I'm at a little over 500 words. Did you see the 50th anniversary of Jaws whiskey? Well, when I think of Jaws, I think of whiskey. No, I did not see that. I have enough. I have more than enough whiskey. I'm trying to ignore every ad I see about new whiskeys. Is the bottle in shape of the shark, though? That might be worth it. Or is it in the shape of Quint? Either way, I'm in. Tired. And I slept decent last night. I think it's because I'm fat. Probably what it is. Watched the episode of Hollywood Demons last night. The one with the Von Erichs. Yeah, that's what you'd expect it to look like, Nick. It is pretty sweet. There's a neat bottle. Tom is still tired from that song. So yeah, that was friggin' brutal. I took a nice 3-hour nap yesterday. I normally don't sleep that long, but yesterday, man, I was exhausted. I was about to go hang out with that really tall chick under the canopy. I watched the Oklahoma City building doc. I don't even know what that is. The hell's the Oklahoma City building? The building about them. It's a documentary about them building a building. Yeah, probably the bombing. Yeah. Was there anything? Would there be anything new in that? I doubt it. Like all the investigation discovery stuff, my wife putting on. I'm like, we've seen this. Oh, this case again. Oh, we're gonna do a 40-second Natalia Grace one coming up. Yeah, Nick, if anybody knows bombs, it's Nick. I've not watched the Red Sox documentary yet because I want to have a day where I just watch the whole thing. I really need to, like a series like that, I need to watch all of it. I can't watch Frank, I watched an episode or I watched two. No. I gotta sit, oh, this is 14 hours? I need 14 straight hours to watch this. That was a good recap. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna be watching now. What's up? I know my wife's going to Atlanta Wednesday, Thursday, so I'll probably have to find something to watch. Maybe I'll watch the Red Sox thing. I was watching on YouTube. I was watching some of those Anthrax. They have videos of kicking Neil Turbin out of the band after the first album, hiring Joey Belladonna, when he came in and stuff like that. And it was, that was interesting. Adam from Man vs. Food has a new doc series coming soon called Hazardous History, hosted by the Fonz. Not sure when, though. Interesting. I'm watching the David Duchovny something history one that started not too long ago. And that has like it's all spy stuff and stuff. I watch that one every week. I'm watching the Lawrence Fishburne one. I'm watching the Dan Aykroyd one. I'm watching the Danny Trejo one. All these people that you're like, why are they hosting these? Who knows? Who cares? Oh, the FBI one, Truth is Out There. Yes. Nothing says danger like Henry Winkler. Exactly. I hope they put the old guy in a leather jacket though. And then I've been watching the Death Coast one. They're searching for shipwrecks off of Nova Scotia. I'm hoping they crash into Oak Island, into the swamp, and then Marty and Rick they find the ship. Also watching the Stadium one. I think they're 4 or 5 episodes into it. Stadium Lockup, maybe, or something. I don't know. Where it's the Cleveland Browns security and police during, like, each episode is like a game where the fans are drunk and belligerent, beating up fans from other cities coming in, and dudes getting arrested for vaping. A lot of people vape in the stadiums, knowing that you can't do it. Signs everywhere. A lot of drunk people, a lot of fighting. I watched a few episodes of Evil Lives Here. They mostly seem to all be a married guy, and he turned on, kill a bunch of people. Yeah, I don't. My wife watches. She basically watches any of the investigation discovery shows, but she likes that one. I don't watch that one anymore. There's a couple I don't. Evil Lives Here and the Bad Neighbors or something. I don't watch any of those. Those are. I don't watch those before bed now. I watch the ones where they try to illegally cross into Texas from Mexico with their cars panels full of drugs and stuff. Those I like. But again, I watch. We record them as they come out. So we got like 60 random episodes of things that every night I'm like, I'm gonna put something on. She's like, I don't care. But I know every time I put on Curse of Oak Island, I know automatically she's gonna put her head down and play her Facebook games on her phone. And every now and then she looks up and she's like, stupid. Yeah. Just when the Skinwalker Ranch one comes on or the Destination X one comes on, she does not want to watch those. Everything else is alright, though. But the ones where they're crossing the border, shit like that, then we watch those. When are they making a nuclear assault doc? You know, the greatest band to ever grace it. You mean the greatest drummer in an alright band, in a band with a bunch of jerks. I'm probably going to do that review today after a nap. The amount of anger that Anthrax should have towards Neil Turbin, and they talk a little bit about it in the videos and then in Scott Ian's books and stuff, is on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe it's like a 5. And the dude from Nuclear Assault Glenn Evans, his anger towards the bandmates that he likes is like a 7.5. Where's the Dred Zeppelin doc? I wish. I saw Dred Zeppelin back in the day at the Stone Pony. Classic. Tort Elvis. Rubber Plant. A couple of the guys in the band. I would watch that. I believe at some point, several albums in, they were like, "Let's just write our own songs." Then nobody cared. It's like, no, the reason people are paying attention is because you're doing reggae versions of Zeppelin songs. Or the drummer played part of Moby Dick, the drum solo thing from Zeppelin, and then he read the first chapter of Moby Dick on stage. Max Sabbath is better. I never saw them live, so I can't tell you. I know Dred Zeppelin put on a hell of a live show. Hell of a live show. I went through the edits today, Frank, for my Beers and Fears. And Timmy was very offended by the amount of times that I made fun of the shitty bands you guys listen to, like Ghost and stuff like that. They haven't played since 2016. Who? Led Zeppelin? Or Max Sabbath? If Max Sabbath hasn't played, I thought they played more recently than that. And if I'm amazed that they played in 2016. I saw them in like whatever that first or second album got, 95, 96, something like that. That's amazing they're still playing. Let's look them up. Let's see what they've been doing. They were formed in 1989. Yeah, they stopped in 2016. A lot of members. Their last album, 2011. Classic. Classic. Well, one of the members died in 2014. Poor health. Last to perform live, April 2nd, 2016. There you go. As Frank says, I haven't looked at my edits yet. My mom was in the hospital last week and I had COVID, so I was kind of checked out last week. Well, that's not good. That's sorry to hear on both of those counts. I hope your mother is all right. And, you know, I guess I care if you still have COVID or not. Have you seen the Sons of Angels tribute band? Amazing. No, George Martin in the house. Sons of Angels was a band from the 80s. They played them on like WSOU, and I believe they have a video on MTV. And George, this is like the only band that George discovered on his own. What the hell is the name of that song again? I don't know, it was like that one song. And George was so excited there was a band that he found. They were like every other band from that. They were like Tora Tora, and they were like all of those. It all sounded the same. Cowgirl, yes. Look that one up. Led Zeppelin, yeah, that was a female Zeppelin cover band. Edgar Casey. Sons of Angels. United. Wasn't that Keel? Fucking Keel. We saw Keel, right? Right, George? We saw Keel opening for Bon Jovi, I believe. I'll have to look up that Sons of Angels. I found Bon Jovi on my own. You're probably right. I was not a huge Bon Jovi fan on that first album. I was looking for... I mean, I grew into it. I liked it after the fact. But when that one first came out, I was like, nah. We were in like 10th grade then. I was like, nah. Nah. I would say that just to go, yeah. A friend of mine is going to see a concert where the opening band is all of the same people in the headlining band. Why? Keel is every band. Me in the restaurant. You saw Richard Keel. All classic bands. Tomorrow, Tom is coming over. Amanda's coming over. We're going to get some writing in. Should be all exciting. If he invented a pasta maker instead of writing United Nations, he'd be Ron Poe Keel. Don't mind. I will not mind you. Keel had some good songs, though. Some very catchy songs. His voice was annoying, though. His voice grates on you. So you can't listen to Cinderella too long without his voice just annoying the shit out of you. I did on Spotify the other day. There was a one of those mixes, and for some reason in the whatever daily mix, they had like, and I hit it on like random, like I shake it up a little bit. I had like 3 Britney Fox songs in a row. Crazy. But other songs in Kicks. Hey, I like Kicks. So Kicks a bunch of times. George came and saw Kicks with me once, I think. Nick, blow my fuse in, gets the reference. Keel and the guy from Annihilator should do a duo. Tom Kiefer is playing with LA Guns somewhere in North Jersey. I forget where. I'm sure most people are going to forget where. Yeah, probably dingbats. Everybody still plays dingbats. Like, it's this great room. It's like the size of my living room, maybe. And it smells just as bad. There's a Facebook group on Facebook, conveniently, and it's like it's called like 1979 to 1999 New York, New Jersey clubs. It's a very long name. And what popped up, Frank? Hunka Bunka. Some dude, a bunch of pictures he had from Hunka Bunka from like back in the 80s. More like ding bats, am I right? Yeah, dingle bats, right? You are right. So I don't think you could put a dingle bat in that place. It's so small. Hunka Bunka. I don't believe I've ever actually went to Hunka Bunka that I can remember. They had pictures of the old trade winds. Like back in the day trade winds, like when me and George and 500 underage 14-year-old girls went and saw Trickster there. Would you see a doc or vet for a case of dinglebats? Probably a vet. I'd imagine a vet would be. What? Hunka Bunka's now a legendary Starland Ballroom. Yeah, but back in the day when it was Hunka Bunka, this dude had a bunch of pictures. It was very cool. But when it was Hunka Bunka, I don't think I ever went there. Ricky Rackman posted on Facebook that Faster Pussycat sounds better than ever. Yeah, because they got that albatross around Tammy Down's neck. We threw her overboard. Too soon? Going back to work, had fun storming the castle. Alright, Nick, thanks for popping in. Blow some shit up in the park this weekend. What the hell is Ricky Rackman doing, though? I see his videos all the time, but like, what is he doing? How does Ricky Rackman make his money? You know what I'm saying? How is that dude like making money? There's no way he's living off of the crappy MTV money they paid him. I mean, he sold that stupid club 1,000 years ago. I'm sure he snorted all that money away. Anyway, it's like you look at certain people, and you're like, what the hell? It's like, I think I was telling somebody this not so long ago, reading the Steven Adler book, and I'm like, the dude was kicked out of Guns N' Roses, and he's like 5 or 6 years later, and he's doing like $4,000 worth of cocaine every day or something. And I'm like, where is he getting hundreds of thousands of dollars from? How can you afford all that? It doesn't make any sense. Let's face facts, that bar was set low. Yeah, that is probably true. They sound better than they ever did, but they always sounded really bad. I think I only saw them opening for Whitesnake, maybe. I'm sure that Appetite Hound still brings in a ton of money. Jason Newsted said that he could live off the residuals he gets from the Black Album. Yeah, but do you think they were still paying any of those guys out? I don't. I feel like Axl was taking all of that money. Somehow he figured out a loophole and he was getting all of that. Where he's like, why didn't they get Steven Adler back in Guns N' Roses? I saw some YouTube video of him playing like My Michelle or something, and I'm like, yeah, that dog's like that dude's like missing like half the beats on this song. I'm sure whatever money he was making from Guns N' Roses residuals, he was snorting it and shooting it up faster than he was making it. Izzy is living pretty in solitude. Yep, I'm sure he's enjoying not having to deal with all this shit. Maximum / kick you out for doing too much drugs. That's a statement. Exactly. It's like, hey, when you get thrown out of Metallica for drinking too much. I mean, also being an asshole. All classic things. Dizzy Reed still got to go to work, though. Oh, yeah, he's probably working at In-N-Out Burger. But at the Hollywood location, where he used to hang out at night. So he's good. I saw a thing with where 9 Inch Nails, at one point years ago, was supposed to hire Richie Kotzen as one of their guitar players. And then when Trent Reznor found out he had just been kicked out of Poison, he was like, yeah, we're not, because then it's going to, every headline is going to be ex-Poison guitarist joins 9 Inch Nails. He's like, we don't need that headache. Well, that was kind of funny. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Me and Tom had a very hot Saturday together. About 1,000 degrees out there. Look for some more videos this afternoon, though. Maybe. Is Piggy D behind Trent's back? Lemmy lived off the Ozzy songs. The Motorhead albums paid for those. Yeah. Literally, he did, 5 songs, 6 songs for Ozzy, and he made more on those 6 songs than he made on all of his Motorhead sales combined. That's crazy. F's. Remember an episode of VH1 Behind the Music where they interviewed one of the guys from Kix? He was working as a billboard worker for road signs. Yeah, yeah. He was repainting billboards white so they could put up a new billboard. Yeah, I'm sure he's doing that again now that the band has officially retired. Because they're the first to admit they did not make a lot of money. Great band though, great live band. Saw them several times. They were great. They were. George ain't lying. They were great. Tom Dovey says I. Outstanding, Tom. Outstanding. And then maybe that's a 1. I don't know. I think it's an I. I'll remind everybody to subscribe or resubscribe. I'm sure they made a lot of women. Oh yeah, I'm sure. What does Manowar do now? What don't they do? Manowar did their final tour 2 years ago in Europe, and now they're gearing up for another final tour. They haven't played in even though they're all from New York. They act like they're from England. They're all from New York. They haven't played a show in America in many years, but they are still huge, playing huge festivals. Headline in Europe, like every summer, and putting out albums. I don't really listen to probably the last 5 or 6 albums, but I know they're still releasing music. Erotica massages at a seedy location in Perth Amboy, New Jersey. I mean, probably that too. Perth Amboy. So yeah, resubscribe or subscribe and follow me on YouTube, please. For the love of everything that is holy. I'm getting sick of begging you people. Alright, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I need a nap. I'm old. Oh yeah, full loincloths. I mean, you're not going to do half loincloths. You're definitely not going to do... What's that other thing? Clothes. You're not going to do clothes. Yeah, remember that. Remember that, everybody. Man of War is made of steel, not clay. Had some great lyrics. Grandfather. I watched an old doc about the bassist from the New York Dolls who's working in a Mormon library. Better than what the singer is doing. You know, he's dead. Yeah, all of those. There's that Finding Stiv Bader's documentary from years. There's all those old punks that made no money, and they spent what little money they made. They spent shooting up. Good for you. Anyway, was that the guy in Vince Neil's car that did? No, that was the drummer for Hanoi Rocks. And then Hanoi Rocks broke up. And then the bass player from Hanoi Rocks joined Jet Boy, who opened for Kicks when we saw them. It's all like Kevin Bacon circle stuff. Yep, 6 degrees. That's what it is. Yeah, 6 degrees, or as I like to call it, instead of 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, I like to call it 6 degrees of Sons of Angels. All right, I'm going to go listen to Cowgirl, then I'm going to go to sleep. Fall asleep halfway through that song. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. I will not be on tomorrow because Amanda and Tom will be here. We're going to get some heavy-duty writing in. But I will be back on Wednesday, right? Wednesday, last day of the month. That is insane. Insane. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Appreciate it.